Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. An aura of ancient mystery has always surrounded the dinosaurs. For generations, our image of them was pieced together from silent skeletons in museum halls. But that image is being spectacularly updated. We are living in a golden age of dinosaur discovery, an era where scientists are naming roughly 50 new dinosaur species every single year. This incredible pace isn't just about finding more bones. It's about a fundamental revolution in how we find, study, and understand these ancient animals. The classic image of a paleontologist chipping away at rock is now augmented by a remarkable arsenal of 21st century technology. The search often begins not with a shovel, but with a satellite. High-resolution imagery helps scientists pinpoint exposed rock formations of the correct age, the Triassic, Jurassic, or Cretaceous periods, to focus their ground searches. Once a region is identified, drones take to the air, capturing thousands of images to create detailed 3D topographic maps of the dig site. This allows for meticulous planning before the first shovel breaks ground. But perhaps the most transformative technologies are those that let scientists see inside a fossil. Computed tomography, or CT scanners, the same machines used in hospitals, can peer through millions of years of rock. By taking a series of X-rays, a CT scanner can generate a detailed 3D model of a fossil, even one completely encased in its rocky tomb. This non-destructive approach has yielded breathtaking discoveries. In one remarkable case, a CT scan of a fossilized egg revealed a perfectly preserved embryonic dinosaur curled up inside, a delicate skeleton that would have been destroyed by traditional methods. High-powered synchrotron imaging can reveal even finer details about a fossil's internal structure and chemical composition. These digital models can then be shared and studied by scientists across the globe, and 3D printing allows for the creation of precise physical replicas for research and education. This digital revolution has also created a flood of data, and that's where artificial intelligence comes in. I can analyze thousands of fossil images, compare a new bone fragment against a global database, and flag unique characteristics that might indicate a new species. It's even helping researchers correct long-standing classification errors for specimens that have sat in museum drawers for decades. But for all this incredible tech, discovery still fundamentally relies on the time-honored tradition of fieldwork. The thrill of finding a fossil that hasn't seen the light of day in over 66 million years is an experience no algorithm can replicate. Paleontologists are geological detectives. They consult maps to find areas where sedimentary rocks of the Mesozoic era are exposed at the surface, often in badlands and deserts, where erosion has done the heavy lifting. The real work begins with prospecting, long days of hiking with eyes glued to the ground, searching for the telltale shape and texture of bone. Finding a small fragment, known as float, is the first clue. The team then searches uphill to find its source, where hopefully the rest of the skeleton is still embedded. When a significant fossil is located, the dig begins. This is a process of immense care. Heavy machinery might remove the top layers of rock, but as the team gets closer, the tools shrink to trowels, dental picks, and brushes. A special glue is applied to fractured bones to stabilize them. To move a fragile fossil, paleontologists use a technique called jacketing. They dig a trench around the bone, cover it with a separating layer, then wrap it in plaster-soaked burlap strips to create a hard, protective cast. These jackets can weigh over a ton and require a coordinated effort to transport back to the lab. A modern dig is also about far more than just bones. Scientists document the position of every fossil and collect samples of surrounding rock, plants, and pollen. They screen-wash sediment to find tiny fossils, like the teeth of ancient mammals or lizards. This holistic approach turns the discovery of a single dinosaur into a window onto a complete, long-lost world. And these digs aren't happening in isolation. The age of the lone fossil hunter is largely over. Modern paleontology is a deeply collaborative, global science. International expeditions are constantly rewriting the map of the ancient world. Recent discoveries highlight this global effort. In North America, the identification of Tyrannosaurus mecriensis pushed back the timeline for giant tyrannosaurs. In Argentina, paleontologists unearthed the colossal, 100-foot-long Titanosaur Chuquerosaurus durapienda, and in the same region, found Joaquin raptor casali, a predator fossilized with the leg of a prehistoric crocodile in its jaws. Discoveries in China, like Qianlong Shuhu, revealed nests of leathery eggs, giving clues about early dinosaur reproduction. And on the Isle of Wight in the UK, the armored dinosaur Vectipelta barretti showed surprising links to Chinese ankylosaurs, suggesting ancient migration routes between Europe and Asia. One of the most exciting trends is the rise of the citizen paleontologist. In Japan, two amateur researchers found the fossilized bones of a small, sleeping dinosaur at a park construction site, leading to the naming of a new species, Hypnovenator. In Montana, a retired nuclear physicist on his first fossil hunt discovered a new species of horned dinosaur, now famously nicknamed Judith. And in Wales, a 4-year-old girl named Lily Wilder spotted a 220-million-year-old dinosaur footprint on a beach. This tradition has deep roots, going back to pioneers like Mary Anning, a 19th-century working-class woman whose foundational discoveries were often not fully credited in her time. Today, the scientific community actively embraces public involvement in cultural heritage, like the recent naming of Avai Tumbandoi Veche in collaboration with the Eastern Shoshone tribe, on whose ancestral lands the fossils were found. But perhaps the most thrilling part of this golden age isn't just finding new species, but truly understanding how they lived. For over a century, the conventional wisdom was that soft tissues could not survive fossilization. That dogma was shattered in 2005 when Dr. Mary Schweitzer found what looked like flexible blood vessels and red blood cells inside the femur of a 68-million-year-old T-Rex. The discovery was met with skepticism, but it has transformed the field. Scientists have now found original proteins like collagen in a variety of fossils, offering a direct window into dinosaur physiology and their relationship to modern animals. We're also reimagining dinosaur behavior. They weren't just solitary brutes. Fossil trackways of the Hadrosaur edmontosaurus in Canada suggest a sophisticated herd structure, with smaller juveniles protected in the center by larger adults. In 2021, a discovery in Patagonia pushed back the timeline for this behavior by an astonishing 40 million years. Researchers found a 193-million-year-old communal nesting ground of a dinosaur called Mosaurus patagonicus, with over 100 eggs and the skeletons of 69 individuals, all clustered by age. This is the earliest known evidence of complex social behavior in dinosaurs. We're even getting a literal gut-level look at their lives. In Canada, a fossil of a young Gorgosaurus was found with its last meal preserved in its stomach, the hind limbs of two small, bird-like dinosaurs. This shows that young tyrannosaurs had a different diet than their bone-crushing parents. And for years, the color of dinosaurs was pure guesswork. Not anymore. By analyzing fossilized melanosomes, microscopic pigment organelles, in fossil feathers, scientists can now reconstruct the actual colors and patterns of some dinosaurs, revealing how they may have used color for camouflage or communication. So what's next? The Golden Age shows no signs of dimming. Vast regions of the globe remain paleontological blank slates, holding countless undiscovered species. And some of the greatest discoveries may come from museum basements, where new technology is being applied to old, unstudied fossils. Climate change presents a complex challenge. While melting glaciers can expose new sites, rising sea levels and accelerated erosion threaten to destroy fossils before they can be found. It's a race against time. Continued funding and public outreach are vital to sustain this momentum of discovery and inspire the next generation of paleontologists. The world of the dinosaurs is coming into focus with breathtaking clarity. We are learning not just what they looked like, but how they moved, behaved, and lived. The story of the dinosaurs is far from over. New species are waiting beneath our feet, and for as long as we keep looking, they will have new secrets to reveal.